than a delicious, fresh, hot burrito? Absolutely nothing. And that's why we are celebrating National Burrito Day around here, everybody. And thank you to the Taste of Puebla and John, the food truck guy, right downstairs outside of SiriusXM.
Yeah.
John has catered the Halloween Spooktacular. He has catered multiple events for us here on the show, and now is catering National Burrito Day. Now, the great Lisa Ann has been kind enough to deliver those burritos to us. Lisa, as always, welcome. Inside our walls, or your walls as well. And our friend Uncle Eddie is here, a liaison, if you will, to the burrito truck.
I handle it all between the two, Taste of Puebla and this show.
Yeah.
It needs to be done for National Burrito Day.
Yeah, you've been the go-to guy.
And the celebrities. I mean, he
And
used
the
to
celebs.
connect to everyone at SiriusXM. It's like, remember with Kevin Bacon, 7 Degrees of Separation?
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
it's Uncle Eddie.
That's
No,
right.
it's amazing because every time a celeb walks by, you got to know if you want to hang out with a celeb, you stand next to Uncle Eddie.
Especially if you're wearing Skechers.
Yes, of course.
My Skechers slip-ons.
Well, that's great
Shameless
too.
plug.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
But I'll tell you, the other day, a celebrity came in and I was hanging out by Uncle Eddie and I screwed up. Uncle Eddie's like, just stand right here.
One of the
and I didn't believe him.
greatest stories ever. Babchik wanted to meet Logan Paul.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So now I've already met Logan Paul at this point. He's already shook my hand, but they all had to go to the potty. The whole group that he's with, everyone from his show, all have to go to the bathroom. So they all leave like in a huddle. It's just this big herd of people going towards the bathroom. Babchik decides that he's going to go run around the long way, which made no sense because there's a hallway right to the bathroom. He's going to go around the building, pretty much, running, which I've never seen Babchik run. He sprinted, and it was like, Brittany, she saw it too. Everybody saw it. It was the weirdest thing. He still doesn't get to see him. I'm like, Babchik, he's coming through this door. Babs, he's going to go through this door right now because he has a meeting. He's going to come in.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't pull anything running like that. I mean, that's something you shouldn't take lightly.
Oh, it was
so
bad.
save your running for when you're getting robbed. I mean, you cannot waste those.
I know, but I mean, I ran around and then I see him going right down the place where Eddie told me to stand. Passing him, and then I ended up just being behind his entourage.
Yeah.
Hey, they just kept walking. That was bad.
He was such on a mission that he passed by me and Lou, and we were laughing because we had saw Logan Paul first, and I was like, I bet you
knew.
Babs is going to be trying to look for him. Babs makes a beeline past us, and we laugh because I can tell he struck out. And I talked to him later about him, like, I saw that, I'm sorry. He goes, I passed by you. I didn't even see.
By the way, passed by you out of breath. Because he did run. He actually ran, and it was like he was behind everybody. And he's like, what do you say at that point? I was the guy in the bathroom. What do you say at that point?
Babs is just not athletic enough to make moves like that.
No.
I mean,
No.
you can't. Also, the height difference. I'm sure his security. I'm sure you were coming like a big dog
who's
park.
Who's this large child?
Little, yeah.
Well, this is a real thrill. Let me talk to you about Britt's excitement about this burrito.
Okay, let's talk about it. We got this right here.
Nobody gets more. Nothing gives me more joy than seeing how excited Britt gets with free food.
She's very happy.
Especially
I love that
morning
about
free
you.
food. I love it too. Yeah. And when we broke out the hash browns, you brought the hash browns.
Brought some
She's
hash
like,
browns as
Oh,
well,
forget it. Oh, we got the hash browns here too. Patty hash browns here. So these hash browns are in the burrito?
No, well, you can get that at Taste of Puebla. If you ask, they will customize. What you guys are all eating today, by the way, is the Uncle Eddie burrito, named after yours truly.
Don't be afraid.
Except for Lisa Ann, because she likes her veggies.
Yep.
So we like to mix and match, but we can alter anything. That's
fine.
what they do.
It's a National Burrito Day.
But you can stick the hash brown in the burrito if you need to, sir.
Can we keep playing that Mexican music to be in the mood? And then Babs is going to plant this burrito
He's gonna try.
the desk. He says the proper way to eat burritos is to plant the fat part down on the table, no hands, and just eat it like he's bobbing for the burrito. I don't know, Lisa, if you've ever seen anything like this. Perhaps in your line of work you have.
I watched that man put a apple on a counter and still chew on it, so nothing surprises me. I don't think he has the width of the mouth to really tackle it. It's not standing. You know why? Because it's not a fake burrito like Chipotle.
No, that's
it's not
that's
processed food like Chipotle.
No, that's delicious.
It's a real tortilla, so it's bending. It's grilled. It's fresh.
Yeah,
it's got a bend to it.
Here's what's wrong. You know, usually when I do this burrito thing, when I treat it like a dog would be eating out of a bowl. The burrito is so fat that it could stand up on its own. You know, of course, Taste of Puebla has great burritos, but they cut it in half. So that's the only issue. But normally, I would stand it up right here, and then I would, because it would hold itself. I wouldn't even be holding it. For this, I'm going to hold on to it, and I do this.
No, he's got it. I mean,
how is that beneficial?
Do you
to eat
teach
a
your
burrito?
children these table manners? Because your son will strike out on dates if he decides to eat like that.
When you pick a burrito up over and over again, you lose the structure. But if you go down to the burrito,
you have food all over your face. You understand this, right?
Normal.
I mean,
Completely normal.
like I said, people would look, but it's the best way to eat a burrito to keep it completely 100% intact. But this was delicious.
You're welcome.
Yes.
It's as thick as a torpedo bat. Look at the baseball reference.
And I gotta say, these national days have replaced the days when, remember years ago, your parents would go out and buy greeting cards for everything. And the greeting card section got bigger and bigger, like the cereal aisle. And it wasn't just birthdays and anniversaries anymore. It was all these different occasions. Yeah. Now that we don't buy cards, they give them to us as a day. And I like it. It's exciting. Every month I'm like, ooh, it's National Go Walk in a Park Day. I better go walk in a park that day.
Oh.
It really does keep me inspired.
You know what? Those we don't celebrate. We celebrate the bread day. National Sourdough Day was the other day. Those are the days that we like to. We don't do the walking.
Although I would love to get a greeting card that says Happy National Burrito Day.
Well, then, you know what? We should talk to Hallmark. You know what I mean? When you care enough to send the very best.
Right, exactly.
You know, many, many years ago when I was a kid, my grandfather was sued by Hallmark because he made a line of greeting cards that said, when you don't care enough to send the very best. And they were all like joke greeting cards. And he had to take, and
Very
it was
smart.
He taught me at 8 years old about why he did that, the lawsuit involved, that he was going to get more press and sell more greeting cards. I remember just learning all of that at a young age and never looking at Hallmark.
Were you close with your dad?
No, it was my grandfather. My grandparents had
nice.
They took me on the road with them every summer, and we went to different places where they distributed greeting cards.
Was that your mom's parents or your dad's parents?
Mom's parents.
Okay.
It was great. Really, I mean, I equate it to everything I do now, but I think about
greeting card business.
Yep.
Kind of rogue greeting card business.
He designed the cards, and then they had half of the motorhome designed as a distribution center, and the other half for us to live in. And on the summers, I would leave with them for 3 months. We'd tie my bike up on the back. We'd be at HOA campgrounds all over the U.S.
Cool.
And it was awesome. What a cool way.
And where'd you grow up?
Easton, Pennsylvania.
PA.
Easton.
Yes, right.
Hour away, baby. I'm going to go home and see my friends from high school coming up soon.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
So,
funny.
How about Lou, health nut, is eating the burrito today? That's a big win for us.
Yes.
He rarely, if ever, indulges in our...
I love a burrito.
Oh,
Yeah.
now
great
you
to
know.
know.
Way to his
Come on.
heart.
Yeah.
There he goes.
right?
He likes to do this. He likes to, all of a sudden when any food comes around, he goes, "Oh, that's the death of me." Like, he says, "Oh, bagels,
No.
that's my,
No,
my big
bagels
fake
are my
donuts
downfall. I
are
can't-
my downfall." Now burritos are my downfall, and he eats a burrito.
He said he loves burritos.
I
How
do.
often do you hear him use the L word?
It's National
Rarely.
Burrito Day, too. You have to.
No, he's a very angry
Can't say
person.
no.
He doesn't usually
Not angry.
share a lot.
Angry
Working
at you.
around you can have that impact.
Just one of the angriest weeks he's ever had,
He
actually.
just ignored
Not you.
that. He just
No,
completely...
because I agree. I understand it's my fault. I was just deflecting.
So your morning routine that I watched, it was very, very good. Do you really rinse your teeth with soda in the morning?
Yes, I did a video. I saw that there was a viral guy
Yes,
that was
Uriah
going nuts
Hall.
at fitness. What is his name?
It's Uriah Hall, right?
I thought it was Ashley Hall.
Ashley Hall. Ashton Hall.
Well, there's so many of them now, though. The parody
Ashton
versions.
Hall is the main guy. He's a fitness guy. He's like a
Okay.
guru, and he put out his morning
was
routine,
awesome.
and everybody, and he did it seriously. And
Yep.
he puts like a big bowl of water, and he sticks his head in, and he wakes up, and he does some reading at 4:30 in the morning,
Yep.
and then he takes a banana and he wipes the peel on his face.
Yep.
And so I figured it was time to show people my morning routine. And I did just that, and there's many trips to the bathroom that were not left in the video that I do make it work.
Was that filmed by Beth?
No, my son did that.
Well,
my son.
But your son...
was. He was in the one shot that disturbed me the most because I feel this is where I'm concerned of your influence. It was when they looked to get in the shower. I think I've run the water. And then you looked at him and you sniffed yourself and you said, "I don't want to shower." And you didn't shower.
That's accurate.
I know. I grew up with a brother. What is it that boys don't want to shower? As a kid, I wanted to shower as many times as possible.
Yeah, that was little Billy in there. We don't need to shower. We're men. I wanted to teach him the way. Yes, there was one scene that was me and my 3 kids together. That scene, I had to make sure.
Your reading
I had
was
to ask
very
Beth
on
to
point.
pay.
So Beth
I mean,
gets a credit on the movie.
Yes, and I agreed to buy her anything she wanted. Really, I was like, she insists. She goes, "If I'm going to do this, I want to be paid." I'm like, isn't your whole life me paying you? I mean, you're not working. What?
That's her marriage vows.
It's a job. You know what I mean? She's your content creator.
So,
She does deserve to get paid.
I gave her $40 for her to film that 10-second scene.
That's it?
You just handed over $40.
Thank you.
On that.
She goes, I want what's in your wallet. Oh, I'd had $40 in my wallet. I actually thought...
you know what? She took a real chance.
Shrewd negotiator,
She could have had
that's true.
$1 in his wallet that
Yeah.
he's saving for the
Or
parking
nothing.
guy that is not the tip that he's supposed to
also
give
in the
parking
video?
guy.
That's why I said to her at the time, I'm like, yeah, you can have whatever's in my wallet. I thought I had less. If I knew I had 40 in there, not 40 was that was
Now
crucial.
you know to hide your extra 20s in a secret spot in the wallet so that when she asks that again, you open up the flap and there's only like, I have nothing.
Babs, that's 2 lap dances, by the way.
Yeah, and
And
that
So
was-
you gave away
By the way,
2
that's
lap dances.
2 lap dances in the 90s. I don't know where you're getting lap dances for
Look,
$40.
I haven't been to a strip club in a while. I'm
When
just
was
saying.
the last time you got a $20 lap dance?
At a really rundown place in Jersey.
Well,
Don't give out
Jersey's
the
a
details.
different
Yeah, I don't
story.
want to give out the name. No free plugs here.
Yeah.
Except for
We
me.
have the Elite 8 bracket, ATE, Mexican
God.
Madness this
Okay,
week.
okay,
And so, Lisa, our number 1 seed is tacos,
okay.
and they moved into the championship round.
Wow.
Now, today,
Soft or hard tacos? Did we get that detail?
Hard.
Gosh.
No. We
we haven't
decided.
specified.
We decided that if you're gonna be voting, you could put whatever type of taco you would
Sure,
like in
okay.
your brain
Okay.
when you click taco.
All right.
Yep.
So, right now, our final matchup before the championship is burritos versus quesadillas. Where would you vote there?
I'm going to say burrito. It's a more on the go thing. A quesadilla is more specific. It's more finger action. Like you want to be somewhere where you can wash your hands. Like at an airport, I'm going to get a burrito over a quesadilla because I can wipe my hands with a hand sanitizer wipe once and then just eat the burrito, whereas you're constantly picking up and putting down. But a quesadilla can be very fun too.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you're going to move burritos into the championship game. Tacos versus burritos. Who would you vote for?
Because of the love over here for burrito, I think we have to go burrito. It's
Wow.
a family affair. We've got Taste
Okay.
of Puebla.
You have to. It's National Burrito Day.
It's National
Okay.
Burrito Day.
True, but they will not play on National Burrito
They
Day.
will not. But I think they should just get a bye.
They do. They get to sit around and act like burritos all day.
Well, they get to sit around. Tacos get to sit around and wait to see who the winner is between
Those-
burritos and
Tacos
quesadillas.
are always wide
Just
open.
swarmy,
They're
those
used to
tacos,
waiting
yeah.
around. You know what I mean? They're just open format thing.
Just
But at
staring at
burrito,
you.
like, do you ever lay yourself on the couch and wrap yourself up like a burrito in blankets?
I mean,
Well, yeah,
you can wear
yeah.
a blanket. I don't know if I wrap
I
myself
do.
up like a
You know, like a
burrito.
snuggie.
I
Like
wrap myself. My feet are totally covered. I like to be
Yes.
swaddled.
You swaddle.
I'm a child.
He's a
Thank you.
swaddler.
Yep. I
That's
like
also in your video when you go to sleep at 10 a.m.
that. Yes,
Yeah.
Eddie. Very nice.
The
Very nice.
swaddler.
Yeah, very good. Very
Swaddler.
good.
Nice.
Better than being known as a swallower.
So I have.
Well,
I'm dying to know this big topic. There's guests that I'm sure you're not aware of, but that I'm sure Babs is pining for. Have you tried to get any of these Bonnie Blue, Lily Phillips, any of these girls that are doing these massive scenes recently
Where are
on
we
your
on that,
show?
Where are
Yeah.
we?
Lou's
Hey, Lou,
working on
check
that.
our calendar, Lou. Where
Lou's
are we
working on that.
I'm sure you have questions.
You know, he's got college basketball analysts, and he's got Lily Phillips. We can't have either.
Yeah, true. Wait till the mid in sports time when the Final Four is over and you get that lull between everyone arguing over the bats in baseball and NBA is going to get real exciting. So you have a window. You got to
Yeah.
get these girls in here.
I don't, you know, I didn't like that they faked it, that they were both pregnant, and they
First of all, I
oh,
thought they were the
God.
same girl for like
Awful.
3 months.
Me
They look
too.
so much alike.
Me too, yeah.
Did you know they used to be best friends and now they hate each other and that's why they keep doing these one-offs to try? It was one girl's idea. When the friendship ended, they've now been going back and forth with who can do something bigger.
Wait a
If
minute.
you were part of the OnlyFans craze back in the day, let's just say.
I was with the platform in the beta stages in 2017.
So let's say in the peak of your earnings career, OnlyFans was what it is now. Would you have taken the route of Bonnie Blue? And
Oh,
that?
hell no.
No.
It is disgusting. It is a
kinda
cesspool.
gross.
They are super spreaders. And also,
Well,
what's really happening is in their wake, we're going to see what happens. I think these acts should be illegal because you're going to get a 30% ratio of very bad things happening to people that were involved. These young men will go through mental health struggles, trauma, anxiety. This will destroy lives. And these girls, I look at them like a
You
boat in
think
a
it's
wake.
the men that will suffer?
Well, first of all, it's got to be like a gang initiation for like the greatest level of incel black card ever. Like you're an incel, you wait in that line. Like you are now the top of the incels. But I do think the men will suffer. The girls are already suffering. They're acting out their suffering, but they're not paying these men. So these men are exposing themselves and also
Free.
they're not testing. They're not protecting. And so once a virus gets out and now all these people have to be wrangled and quarantined and tested, the concern is if they allow them to come into the industry, I do believe in the political state that we're in right now, the industry will deal with what we dealt with in 1997. Well, there'll be no shooting for 6 months. And no one will work. And that will mean the credit card processors will pull away from OnlyFans. No one will be able to spend money on the platform. That's how quickly this can happen. So I'm not pro it at all. And I love the fact that OF is not letting them post those scenes on the platform. They're protecting themselves because they can't validate the age of these kids. But what I don't like is the risk of minors, the mental health anguish. Like, it's weird because this is a new clout power move for these young people. And I don't know where in their mind they've thought about, like, this is a long-term plan. Now, look, if you're making millions of dollars on the platform, that's great, but you got to be saving it and investing it for it to matter. So if you don't do those things and you wake up 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30, if you're lucky, you're going to have to ask yourself, why did I do that? And it's going to affect the jobs of everyone involved. You know, these young men will pop up on visuals and people will say, I can't hire this person because he was involved with. It's going to be a very risky endeavor, and it's just wild. I never thought I'd see something so reckless. You know, we did them in the industry years ago, but they were organized, they were on set, and there were IDs, and there were these girls are just like these girls are just like putting ads online.
Oh, it's crazy, and they show up with masks on.
Two kids, parents. So one kid was live streaming in the line in the 1,100 guy one, and one of the moms saw it, and two moms went together and dragged their teenagers out of the line to do this. I was
Outrageous.
like,
Damn
good
straight.
for you moms for paying attention. You know what I mean? Good
the
for
moms
you.
embarrassing their kids,
But I
in
think,
front of all their friends.
It's a really, I think it's going to go up and go down really fast, and we have to realize that viral fame is not important.
That's such a good take. That's so much better than Babs eating a burrito with his face. Nice job, Lisa.
Thank
that
you.
Was, that was really good.
job.
That
Yes.
was really good.
Mine's like a 15-second video. You know, hers is a really great point about the world.
Well,
About the industry and
that's, you know,
safety,
society in
protocol.
general.
It feels like it means more.
But you swallowing a burrito with no hands, it's up there.
I think
It's neck and neck.
I think he'll do well on social.
Absolutely.
It's
good.
great for the additional morning routine.
Okay, there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
Just add it right after the bowl. And
You got it.
After the shower decision.
well,
You got it.
We'll take a break here on National Burrito Day. Uncle Eddie and Lisa Ann in studio with us. It's the D.A. Show with Babchik, Mad Dog Sports Radio. Big Al on the Prowl has a good message for us after a morning full of really lewd behavior. Good morning, guys. As the sun rises on Thursday, remember that you all have the power to create a day filled with joy and positivity. Hope everyone has a blessed Thursday.
Oh, beautiful.
I think that should be sent out to Dog.
Oh, yes.
What a tweet.
Oh, it's a great tweet. Well, it's National Burrito Day, so people are just spreading joy across the land. So it is a blessed Thursday.
So how much are you using AI right now? Are you using AI at all?
I don't think I'm using AI.
I have the perfect introduction to you because now I have duplicated myself into an AI version. So you can now chat with me and I will say all the things you've always wanted me to say to you, but it's my AI.
Oh, my God.
You can request photos, custom content, whatever.
Wow.
And
That's
it's-
amazing.
Yeah. And she's nice and she works 24/7 and she doesn't complain and she'll be way nicer to you than I would.
Don't tell Babs that. We will never have Babs in studio ever again. We will just have
We'll have
AI,
AI
Babs.
Babs.
He'll never
It's
have
a
to
good
wake
way
up
to
early.
learn how to use AI as well.
You know, that's very interesting. I wonder if people would want to hear, like, the AI Babs, like the nicer version of Babs, like the polite version, the opposite of what, you know,
It
you
might not
get
have to
now.
be a polite version.
I don't
It could
think
be-
that's
I don't
how
know what
it
they
works.
want.
No, I don't think that's how
Okay.
it works.
don't bother me. I'm in the bathroom.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah. That's
But-
your office.
Okay.
But I mean, you don't use ChatGPT. You don't ask him for jokes. You don't talk to it.
Never.
Okay, I talk to my chat every day. Usually 8 hours a day, but I do greet it in the morning, end the day with a greeting.
You talk to your
I
chat
had my
8
first
hours a
fight
day?
for 5 hours with chat generating images. Yes, I do chat because it's my virtual assistant, and
Yeah.
it did take the place of an employee, a full-time employee I had. So as soon as AI started, I was able to take all of those jobs, feed them into the AI model, and start spitting them out daily.
Tell us how this works, because people are kind of like, going,
Yeah.
what do you mean you replaced a human assistant with AI?
So everything that my assistant did when
By the
it
way,
came
Lisa
to
Ann is in studio studio with us.
Thank you.
Yes.
When it came
Great,
to,
Lisa.
writing captions, promoting Uncle Eddie, all
That's
the
me.
social media stuff, all of that stuff, you're able to go into a chat version and say, hey, here are the things I need to do. Example, last night, I need to set up a week for my wine content on IG. Give me the concepts, the call to action. You put in your prompts. It gives me every day from what type of photo to post, what time to post it, what the caption should be, what the call to action should be, hashtags is, and every single thing from whether it should be a story, a post, or a reel.
So for social media, you're using this, and which AI,
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, is kind of mapping out everything as a social media assistant.
And like
is with
as you being so famous, you can ask it to pay for the upgrade, and you ask it to study you for 72 hours, and then you do a rapid fire Q&A with it, and that's how you actually get to really, it tones your voice. So when we did our rapid fire Q&A, I was able to ask really random things, and so now I'll say, hey, I need 15 posts to promote my audiobooks, and that's all I'll say. Details from the life back. It'll say, this is the 10-year anniversary of the life. Like, I just sit back in my chair, sip my coffee, and this thing just starts giving me, it's incredible.
Oh my God.
It's incredible. And what's the most incredible about this, I just had a conversation the other day with a buddy of mine that does a lot of graphic stuff. He goes, it's better every week.
Yes.
Not just if you use it every week, but the version that you're using now is going to be so inferior to what is a month from now.
Oh my gosh.
It evolves.
A year ago.
Yeah.
I mean, when I started using day one to what it is now,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. But I do want everyone to know it's a global language. So sometimes it won't put the words in the right place. So what I do then is I put everything through Grammarly. And then Grammarly will give me the proper words in our country where we live because the language is universal. It's international.
Amazing.
Oh my God! But see, I'm worried. Like I'll talk to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will say you're not famous, and start making fun of me and ripping me, and then say I quit. See, you got to work with. You got to work with me.
You are famous. You have enough airtime on radio that it would go through and listen to SiriusXM.
I am famous.
feeds,
People like
and
me.
it would listen to your morning show on Saturdays. Like, it would go and gather the information of your voice, and then it knows the words you use, you don't use, everything.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's National Burrito Day here. Uncle Eddie, Lisa Ann, in on behalf of John the Food Truck Guy, Taste of Puebla downstairs, 49th Street. Come see it. It's delicious. We love it. What is the best burrito? Okay. You tell us, individualized, what's your go-to order burrito-wise?
I'm going with the Uncle Eddie, which is the one you guys all ate.
Which is?
It's got eggs. It's got chicken in it. It's got chorizo in it, salsa verde, all that good stuff, all in one thing.
Okay, Lisa?
I'm going with a veggie because I'm a vegetarian, and I love how fresh the veggies are from John's truck. They're not frozen. They're amazing.
So that's rice and then like peppers, onions, tomatoes.
Yep, all the mushrooms, everything in there. Yep.
Okay.
The
All right.
Americana.
Okay. Babs?
Well, I like the Uncle Eddie. I don't like the name of it, but I like the ingredients. But I think the California burrito is the world-class #1 burrito. It has the carne asada steak. It has the avocado with the guacamole. It has all the accoutrements with the sour cream and the lettuce and everything, a pico de gallo, and it has French fries.
Exactly.
Well,
That's
that
the
is the
greatest.
special today,
can-
right here for National
that's amazing.
Burrito Day.
12:21.
And you can have rice in it as well.
In it as well.
So you can
Yeah.
have, which then you bring it all together, so you can still have the rice and the beans, but you're still getting this crunch of the potato. Whoa.
Britt, what is your go-to burrito order?
I used to go to this place. It's closed down now, but it was like a Filipino mixed Mexican food, like Filipino taqueria.
Whoa.
And they had a Cali burrito that was so good. I still have dreams about it. It had crispy pork belly, a certain type of Filipino chicken, French fries, sour cream, avocado, and tomatoes, cheese, and avocado crema.
How sad were you
was-
when that place closed?
I was so
It's so sad when one of your
upset.
favorite
bummed out.
food shop, you
But
walk
it
up
was-
there one day and the door is just, you're like, I didn't give it enough business.
Yes,
you feel guilty.
I walked past it and I was like, I didn't go there.
I could have went one more time. One more time.
I was so
I
sad.
could have said goodbye.
Wow.
Pork belly
That's the
and
worst
French
feeling.
fries in a burrito.
That sounds
I
incredible.
don't do pork, but okay.
But yeah, if you do pork.
Yes.
And nothing is more exciting than, again, when Britt gets excited about food. You see? I mean, just lights up
I
like a
know.
Christmas
Light up.
tree.
She
What's
has a
your favorite
glow.
burrito? Let me tell you about your favorite
Let me
burrito.
tell you.
Right, that she lights up. Yes.
Lou,
Dude,
what's
I'm
your
ordering this Uncle Eddie.
Really?
Yes,
That's too
it's
bad.
incredible.
Wow.
Yes, I'm in love with it.
Lifetime supply
Taste
he
of
gets
Puebla.
right there.
What is
Lifetime
it?
supply.
I don't even know what's in it, but
I-
whatever it is, it's still amazing. Avocado, ham.
3 eggs, home fries, avocado, pico de gallo, Monterey Jack cheese, chicken, because I can't pronounce that, chorizo, and salsa verde, all wrapped up in a nice tortilla.
Louis such a homer, man.
This is my Wednesday. This is my Wednesday burrito now.
There you go.
Really?
Yep, no question about
He
it.
has a Wednesday burrito
I'm going to tell you something.
now,
I will bet you hundreds of dollars he never orders the Uncle Eddie.
I mean, I will order
I will
it.
bet
Maybe
you
not
that
every Wednesday.
$100, and I'll double it because I know you won't pay.
Well,
Very
that's
true.
that. All right, fair. Now, what about DA's burrito?
Yes.
Well, I love extra rice in the burrito.
Okay.
I love shredded chicken or shredded pork. Either one I'm okay with. But I love the shredded chicken. Going to go lettuce, pico de gallo, guacamole, and the shredded cheese that you can get in there.
Yeah.
Wrap it all up tight. Boom.
Yep.
I'm good to go there. But I will say that it was the California burrito we had last week.
It's, wow.
That Cali burger from John's food truck might have topped it. I got to have it another time to see if it
So you
stays.
need to try one more time.
Yeah, but
Maybe you were lost in the moment that day.
could have. It was the first
Lost
thing
in
I
the
ate,
sauce.
and we were eating a lot of things,
Okay.
so it kind of like.
Lost. Yeah, you didn't get to.
But it had. I never had a burrito with French fries in it, and that was like a burrito experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It
It's
will.
like putting potato chips in a sandwich.
Which is very good.
Very good.
Very underrated.
Yes.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, it's texture.
Put Doritos in a turkey sandwich. You'll never want a turkey sandwich without Doritos ever again.
I would say regular chips are fine. You
Okay.
don't need
Well,
potato
you know,
chips.
they-
Well, look, he was a chef at, what was it, Chili's?
Yes. Are you mocking me?
Yes, directly to your face.
that what you're doing?
Exactly.
How
right
dare you?
To your, I'm making eye contact while I do it. Chili's.
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
I was Chef Mike.
Chef Mike?
Which place that you worked made the best burrito?
Chili's had the best quesadillas.
They,
The best
you know what? They had
burrito-
good fajitas.
They had right.
That was what they were really specialty
So
for.
I want to say Chili's because their Mexican food was top notch, but we never had one of an actual burrito.
It
But
was-
we had everything else.
Yeah.
We
It
had
was
everything else.
Americanized food.
IHOP had a great burrito.
Really?
Yeah, breakfast.
Wow.
That's where Uncle
Don't
Eddie got it
put it
from. He ripped it off from IHOP. I'm telling you. Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes,
Thanks to Mike Babchik. Thanks to Louis Gold, executive producer, and Brittany Smith of the Wheels of Steel. Thanks to Uncle Eddie and Lisa Ann for joining us this morning on National Burrito Day. I'm D.A. Be good. Be good to one another. We'll see you tomorrow.